we will speak that statement. Members, as you are aware, last week when the issue of diverted iron sheets came up, our first call was for the minister involved to apologize. No apology came. Last week, you remember we had a press briefing. The Karamoja Parliamentary Group had a press briefing, and we demanded for the Minister for Karamoja Affairs to step aside, to resign. No resignation has come as of today. Instead, what we saw was an explanation by the Prime Minister in a publication saying that the government buys iron sheets for many ministries through affirmative action ministries. It was just an explanation. We are, given that background, we have been forced to do what is required of us as elected leaders from the region. And so we have given the Parliament of Uganda a notice for a censure motion so that the minister will be forced to leave our office, the office she has abused. That is what we are here to do today. So we want to commit to our people, the people of Karamoja, whose resources have been misused. We want to commit to them that we will continue doing everything within our means to see that they get the justice they deserve on this matter of iron.
Good evening, members. We are here as members of Parliament from Karamoja. Just a portion of us. Many are still in their constituencies overseeing how the PDM is progressing on ground. Today we sat and we decided to draft a motion for the censure of the Minister for Karamoja Affairs, who actually happened to be the custodian of all what is supposed to be going to Karamoja. But because she has mismanaged and even went to the extent of making sure that these iron sheets, instead of going to Karamoja, went to our constituency. And in our constituency, I think she opened a shop. You saw in the media how these iron sheets were being sold, even with that brand of Office of the Prime Minister. It was actually something disgusting to us. It is something which is an abuse to the Karamojans. We don't know even how much other relief items might have disappeared in her hands. So thanks to the God of the Karamojans, the truth has been revealed and she has been seen doing this for herself. So ours is for her to leave the Ministry of Karamoja Affairs. And if it was to be me, I would have resigned the first day I saw the things being sold in Bugishu. So we are not happy to the minister. She must resign and she's not going to work with us. It is up to the president to place her elsewhere, but not Karamoja. Thank you very much.
Ngoya John Bosco is my name. I'm the MP for Bokora County in Apak, and I'm secretary for KPG, Karamoja Parliamentary Group. What we are witnessing in a nation is people that have lost morals, lost conscience. For you to be able to sell items that are supposed to benefit the poor and remain with your head up, something has gone amiss. And it's the reason why we are actually doing this, to ensure that the minister and the rest that have a similar thought of surviving on the dead, actually living on the dead, realize that what they're doing is not right. You have heard about the KDA then that was managed by Honorable Butele. It was actually branded as Karamoja Develops Arua. For now we are seeing with the iron sheets and the goats, it's like Karamoja is developing Manapa. How long will we keep witnessing this happen in a world where people are suffering? Only yesterday we were having an engagement with the people of Kapelbiong to allow our people to graze to water their animals, because many animals are dying as a result of lack of water. You just imagine resources that would have actually made amends of such a situation are in the hands of an individual. And worse, a mother selling items that are supposed to be able to make children of other mothers to survive. That pain is what makes us move to put a notice for the censure of Honorable Kitutu. Hopefully this will actually be able to pass a message. And it's our appeal to Ugandans, but also to the members of parliament that are sitting on the fence. For now it is Karamoja. Tomorrow it will be another nation, it will be another county. How long can we sit back instead of trying to support? So this is our appeal to those that are still sitting on the fence, to the media, and to every Ugandan of goodwill to support us in the process. Thank you.
Under Article 118 of the Constitution, that provides the requirements under which, the grounds under which a minister can be censured, two out of 4 requirements have been fulfilled by the minister. One is mismanagement, and the other is abuse of office. It is reason enough. Last week, we also wrote to the President of Uganda asking him to deploy her elsewhere. And the response has not yet happened. So let's allow the process to take its course. The Parliament of Uganda and our colleagues in Parliament are in support of the process we are beginning today. The normal process for a censure motion, one, notice is given like this one, and when notice is given, the drafting process begins. In less than 2 days, the motion should be ready. And then the motion will be displayed by the clerk on the notice board of Parliament, and members will sign, append their signatures on the motion. Once the members have appended the required number of signatures, then the motion will be read in the House. Just like my colleague has said, the Minister for Karamoja Affairs is a cabinet minister, full cabinet, senior. She is in charge of the ministry. She is the custodian of all resources that Parliament appropriates to the Ministry for Karamoja Affairs. And so it is not possible to hold everyone else she chose to give a bonanza, hold accountable. We hold the one with the duty to take care of the resources of Karamoja. We hold her accountable. It is just the right thing to do. She will explain in the House how she gave her friends the iron sheets meant for Karamoja. The Prime Minister in her letter says that there are many affirmative action ministries that occasionally buy iron sheets. This is not news. We know there are affirmative action ministries that procure iron sheets. And we have other ministries, like the Ministry for Disaster, they also procure iron sheets. You are aware, the Minister for Disaster, the senior minister, has put a disclaimer that his ministry never procured and distributed any iron sheets. So disaster is ruled out. So when we talk about the affirmative action ministry, we know they receive limited budgets, and their budget cannot buy all the iron sheets that we are talking about. The Ministry for Textile Affairs, for instance, has not received any money for procurement of iron sheets. We know these things. So, and the Prime Minister's letter came a few days after her permanent secretary had issued a statement stating that he had released iron sheets for Karamoja and not for any other region. So it is a contradiction, but we understand where it is coming from.
I think just to add, I think just to add,
No, it can be.
I think it can take.
Yes.
I think just to add, all of us should be questioning, is it a coincidence that a supplementary budget of 39 billion is passed in December and the iron sheets are available in June? Is it a coincidence that these iron sheets are from other ministries? That should be the question you should ask yourself. The availability, the timing should actually be suspect. And so you should not fall prey to some of these speak that it is for other ministries.
Just on that question of the Prime Minister coming out to say every other ministry that has affirmative action procures iron sheets. Well, that is a position from the Prime Minister. But like my colleagues have said, we passed the budget, a supplementary budget in 2021 to support the disarmament exercise in Karamoja. And of all the affirmative action ministries, it's Karamoja that got the money to procure a big number of iron sheets, 74,000, 100,000 iron sheets. So if other ministries procured iron sheets, then they cannot be of that same amount. And then if there are ministries that, if there are individuals in that list that receive the iron sheets in their affirmative action ministries like Bunyoro, like Northern Uganda. Again, for Northern Uganda, the iron sheets are just for Acholi region only. So basically, it's Karamoja that had iron sheets. So we should be asking ourselves the question that, okay, if the Prime Minister is saying the other ministries procure iron sheets, then where are the iron sheets for Karamoja? Because 100,000, that should have been delivered last year, have not been delivered up to today. So where are the iron sheets? We only all woke up on the 13th to hear that iron sheets were got in Namisindwa and Manafa. Thank you.
And being sold.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are, there are three arms of government. You are aware of that. And each arm of government has a role to play. Now, as Parliament, we do the oversight role. And as members of Parliament that come from Karamoja, our role is to ensure that whatever is meant for Karamoja is taken to Karamoja. We are aware that, again, there is evidence that the iron sheets were found in Namisindwa. Now, like we said, resignation was actually first call for the minister, knowing that, actually apology first, then resignation. But she's not taking any of those. So the best is to get her out of that office, then to allow investigation to take place. Because then if someone is still in office, then investigation cannot be done appropriately. Thank you.
Then also, members, as you know, the Karamoja iron sheets were supposed to have been distributed as early as April last year. But it is overdue. Where are these iron sheets now? How come that these iron sheets are got in some other areas? How come that when it comes to Karamoja, there is a fleet of people whom they have distributed iron sheets, and yet the minister has even nothing to say. She has not even mentioned a statement about her ministry, because our ministry which has been attacked, and the iron sheets are not there. So we cannot really wait for her to be either investigated or what, but we want her out of Karamoja ministry. Thank you.
Of course, the investigations that will go on will either clear both of them or implicate both of them. For us, we are following the normal procedure that we should to see that the law is followed to the dot in this matter.
And again, if you look at the very many documents that are all over the media, you don't see any signature of Nandutu authorizing for release of any iron sheets, except the senior minister asking the accounting officer to release 12,200 iron sheets for Karamoja. Now, if it's our intention that she got this to take to Karamoja, that should have been good. But unfortunately, I think these iron sheets, when she got them out, started dishing them out to every other person who needed them. If Nandutu received as part of the 12,200, then she's lucky that she's a beneficiary. But the person who authorized the stores to give those iron sheets is the senior minister. And that's why this motion is intended for her. While when the investigations are concluded and whoever has been found to be responsible in the mismanagement, that will be then up to the other parts of the investigation to deal with. There are laws that relate to mismanagement, embezzlement, and many other things, including the Leadership Code Act. Those will be brought into force, and that will deal with every other person who has taken those iron sheets. Thank you.
No, we don't think. There are people who received iron sheets and have come out clearly to say It was a gift. We didn't ask for it in that list. So because they have not owned up, it will not. They will support this motion because you don't defend somebody who is stealing.
Again, the big shots are not in parliament. They are ministers. Yeah. The motion is not targeting them, and they are not part of the process of censuring.
They will not even come.
We are the ones who are censuring a single minister. They are not going to come to vote. So we will deal with that censure motion, and for them, they will be lucky to be beneficiaries that they got, but without any responsibility.